So you want to own a six-star hotel. You can't, because they don't exist. No government awards 6 stars. No official body recognizes them. Not in the UK, not in Europe, not anywhere in the world. And yet, people pay $28,000 a night to stay in one. So what exactly are they paying for? And what would it actually cost to build one? In 1999, a hotel opened in Dubai that changed everything. The Burj Al Arab, shaped like a sail, built on an artificial island, 321 meters tall. When a British journalist visited and tried to rate it, he had a problem. It was too good for 5 stars. So he called it 7 stars. The name stuck. And from that moment, the concept of ultra-luxury hotels beyond the traditional 5-star rating was born. Today, when people say 6-star or 7-star hotel, they don't mean an official rating. They mean a level of luxury so extreme that the normal scale simply doesn't cover it. Private butlers available 24 hours a day, Rolls-Royce transfers from the airport, underwater restaurants, suites the size of apartments, a helipad that doubles as a tennis court, and a price tag that most people will never experience in their lifetime. Let's talk about the numbers that nobody tells you. To build a standard 5-star hotel in London, you're looking at between £60 million and $150 million. But a true ultra-luxury property, a 6-star experience, the Burj Al Arab cost $650 million to build. By the time everything was finished, the total investment reached $1 billion for 202 suites. That's nearly $5 million per room before a single guest checked in. And that's just construction. Let's break down what you're actually paying for. The land. For an ultra-luxury hotel, location is everything. Prime London, central Dubai, central Paris. Land alone in these locations can cost tens of millions. The Burj Al Arab was built on an artificial island. They literally created land where there was only ocean. And the architecture? You're not hiring a regular architect. You're hiring the best in the world. Signature designs, award-winning firms. The kind of building that becomes a city's landmark. And the interior. 22-karat gold leaf on the walls. Carrara marble imported from Italy. Handmade furniture from luxury craftsmen. Technology systems costing millions to install. The staff. This is where it gets extraordinary. An ultra-luxury hotel doesn't have a high staff-to-guest ratio. It has a higher staff-to-guest ratio than any other business on Earth. Some properties maintain a ratio of 8 staff members per guest. 8 people working for every single person staying. Personal butlers, private chefs, dedicated concierge teams, security details. This payroll alone runs into tens of millions per year. Now for the part everyone wants to know. How much does it milk? The Burj Al Arab generates approximately $120 million in annual revenue from 202 suites. That works out to nearly $600,000 per suite per year. Here's what guests actually pay. The entry-level suite starts at around $1,180 per night. The mid-range suites run between $3,000 and $6,000 per night. And the Royal Suite, $28,000 per night for a single room. But rooms are only part of the income. Ultra-luxury hotels make money from multiple streams. Fine dining restaurants with Michelin star chefs, private event spaces for weddings and corporate functions, spa facilities charging hundreds per treatment, helicopter transfers billed to the guest. Every single touch point is a revenue opportunity. Here's the thing that surprises most people. Ultra-luxury hotels are often less profitable than you'd expect. The margins are thin, not because revenue is low, but because costs are enormous. For a standard luxury hotel in the UK, net profit margins typically sit between 7% and 22%. For ultra-luxury properties with extreme service standards, the margins can be even tighter. Because excellence is expensive. Every gold-plated fixture needs polishing. Every suite needs redecorating every few years. Every guest expects perfection. And perfection has a price. The CEO of the Jumeirah Group, the company that owns the Burj Al Arab, when asked about profitability, said this: "It's very profitable. It's one of the most profitable hotels I know." But he refused to share the numbers. Because in ultra-luxury hospitality, mystery is part of the brand. Here's something worth thinking about. You don't own a 6-star hotel. Almost nobody does. The Burj Al Arab is owned by Dubai's government. The most famous luxury hotels in London are owned by sovereign wealth funds, royal families, billionaire investors, major real estate conglomerates. This is not a business you start. This is a business you inherit or build after decades of wealth accumulation. But there is a way in. A smaller, ultra-luxury boutique hotel. 15 to 30 rooms. A prime location in a major city. The kind of property that offers a 6-star experience at a smaller scale. For this, you're looking at an investment of between 10 million and 50 million pounds. Still extraordinary, but not $1 billion. There's something most people miss. The most famous ultra-luxury hotels in the world were not built to make money. They were built to make a statement. The Burj Al Arab was built to put Dubai on the map, to tell the world that this city had arrived. The return on investment wasn't measured in profit margins. It was measured in tourism, in international attention, in a city that went from desert to global destination. When you walk past a building and stop to take a photo, the investment has already paid off. Just not in the way you'd expect. Let's bring it all together. Construction cost, Burj Al Arab, $1 billion. Number of suites, 202. Cost per room to build, roughly $5 million. Entry suite price per night, $1,180. Royal suite price per night, $28,000. Annual revenue, roughly $120 million. Staff to guest ratio, up to 8 to 1. Profit margin, confidential, but confirmed profitable. So, do you want to own a 6-star hotel? First, understand that 6 stars doesn't exist. What exists is a commitment to absolute perfection. An experience so extraordinary that people will pay $28,000 for a single night and forget about it the moment they check out. The economics of ultra-luxury hospitality are unlike anything else in business. Enormous costs, extraordinary revenue, and margins that are protected by one thing above all else: exclusivity. Because the moment everyone can afford it, it stops being 6-star and becomes just another hotel. Next episode, we're looking at a business that millions of people visit every single day, but almost nobody understands the economics behind it. Subscribe so you don't miss it. And drop a comment below. Which business do you want us to break down next?